这就是一个小玩具。这空中又是支奴干直升机。支奴干是超大型重型直升机啊，它前后2个螺旋桨。
As the oldest continuously serving Army band and the oldest unit at West Point, this is the United States Military Academy Band, ladies and gentlemen.
我们现在看到是美国军事学院的军乐团，美国军事学院就是著名的西点军校 West Point。
Over the next 2 centuries, this band evolved into one of the most capable and versatile performing groups in the world. Pfeiffer appointed by George Washington during the American Revolution. Over the next 2 centuries, this band evolved into one of the most capable and versatile performing groups in the world. One of the most prestigious institutions in the world where leadership is forged and duty becomes destiny. This is West Point, where Army leaders are made. With the motto of duty, honor, and country, West Point trains the best and brightest to serve their country as Army officers. Founded back in 1802 by President Thomas Jefferson, West Point is the home of the Long Gray Line, a legacy of courage and excellence that includes 77 Medal of Honor recipients, 2 U.S. presidents, Grant and Eisenhower, and numerous generals, including John J. Pershing, Douglas MacArthur, and Norman Schwarzkopf. Includes 77 Medal of Honor recipients, 2 U.S. presidents, Grant and Eisenhower, and numerous generals, including John J. Pershing, Douglas MacArthur, and Norman Schwarzkopf. Upon entering the United States Army, all recruits undergo initial entry training, a highly intense and a challenging training period aimed at developing a soldier's physical and mental toughness, instill discipline, train them in essential combat skills, and foster teamwork. IET transforms civilians into soldiers based on the 7 core Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. IET transforms civilians into soldiers based on the 7 core Army values: loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. The Virginia Military Institute, on a mission to produce citizen soldiers, men and women educated for civilian life, prepared to serve their country in the armed forces. VMI counts a Nobel Prize winner, 11 Rhodes Scholars, generals, 7 Medal of Honor recipients, and a Pulitzer Prize winner among its graduates. As one of the nation's senior military colleges, students at Virginia Military Institute can participate in Army ROTC or the Corps of Cadets. While cadets in the Corps can serve in any branch of the United States military or pursue other careers, those in Army ROTC earn their commission as officers, ready to serve on active duty in the National Guard or Army Reserve. Each year, the Army Senior ROTC Blue Ridge Battalion commissions approximately 130 second lieutenants, ensuring that excellence in leadership continues in generations to come. Army Senior ROTC Blue Ridge Battalion commissions approximately 130 second lieutenants. The Citadel, the military college of South Carolina, offers students the opportunity to participate in Army ROTC or the historic Corps of Cadets. Founded in 1842, the Citadel is the 3rd oldest of the senior military colleges and is known for its Corps of Cadets living and studying under a classical military system that makes leadership and character development essential. While military service is not required at graduation, more than 120 students earn their commission each year through the Army Senior ROTC Palmetto Battalion, playing a vital role in shaping the future. Graduation, more than 120 students earn their commission each year through the Army Senior ROTC Palmetto Battalion. As one of the nation's senior military colleges, Texas A&M University is home to both Army ROTC and the renowned Corps of Cadets. The Corps of Cadets' central purposes has remained building individuals that exemplify respect, excellence, leadership, loyalty, integrity, and selfless service. Students at the university who participate in the Army ROTC earn their commission as officers, ready to serve on active duty in the National Guard or Army Reserve. Each year, the Army Senior ROTC Warrior Training Battalion at Texas A&M proudly commissions more than 90 second lieutenants and is honored to shape the future leaders of the U.S. Army. Army Senior ROTC Warrior Training Battalion at Texas A&M proudly commissions more than 90 second lieutenants and is honored to shape the future leaders of the U.S. Army. In a powerful display of commitment, these future soldiers will raise their right hand and take an oath of enlistment, pledging to serve our nation. This joint formation is proudly led by the Joint Task Force, National Capital Region, and the Military District of Washington Retention Team, pledging to serve our nation. This joint formation is proudly led by the Joint Task Force, National Capital Region, and the Military District of Washington Retention Team. Shaping tomorrow's Army, West Point's most inspiring cadets remind us that America's future is courageous and in capable hands. Shaping tomorrow's Army, West Point's most inspiring cadets remind us that America's future is courageous
knows that I'm doing
and in
it not for
capable
myself.
hands.
Every day I put on the uniform, I'm not just representing Caroline Robinson. I'm representing my company here at the Academy. I'm representing West Point. I'm representing the United States Army, and ultimately, I'm representing the United States of America.
I really came to West Point because belief in the American dream and giving back to our country.
You're a part of something that is much bigger than yourself. You're a part of a tradition of excellence and a legacy that's connected not only to the Academy, but to the American Army.
I'm surrounded by people who want to make themselves better and serve our country.
Excellence is their baseline, and that to me is what it means to be a West Point cadet.
From the earliest days of our nation, this supreme tradition of American military service has been passed down from soldier to soldier and generation to generation, and it's a beautiful thing to watch.
My brother preceded me here, and originally I didn't really know what West Point was until he came. But when I saw the mission that they were committed to, of upholding the principles of American democracy and protecting the Constitution, I knew it was somewhere I had to be.
Every time that we lived outside of the United States, I always developed this sense of gratitude and pride of being an American, and I wanted to give back to my country what it gave to me.
And it wasn't until I zipped up the blouse and I put the belt on for the first time that I realized that I was going to be serving my country, and it felt right. West Point was the place that I needed to be, and more importantly, the Army was where I wanted to be.
I just looked to the left and right over basic training and realized that we all had the same American patch on our shoulders, that we're all fighting for the same thing. I mean, there was no better feeling in the world knowing that every single person around you is committed and willing to die for that mission.
You came for excellence, you came for duty, you came to serve your country, and you came to show yourselves that you are among the smartest, toughest, strongest, most lethal warriors ever to walk on this planet.
What excites me the most about my future in the Army is the opportunity that I'm going to have to give back to the American soldiers that I'm going to be leading.
Because ultimately, they don't get to choose. And to me, it's that burden of responsibility to be the best leader.
And as a young officer, that's going to be exactly what I get to do.
I was the cadet basic training first detail for the first 3 weeks. I got to see the new cadets come in from their families' homes and being in process on their very first day and watching them grow so quickly.
I would do all the formations, and I looked out at these 1,000 new cadets, people who just come out of high school. They were completely different people.
I don't think there's another institution in the country like West Point where the student body is so committed to furthering the mission of America and ensuring our democracy and freedom for generations to come.
I'm really surrounded by the best of the best, and that's when I realized this is a place that I absolutely want to be.
West Point itself is an amazing institution, but it only provides opportunities. The people here have to choose to take those opportunities and grow and lead and serve. And the people here want to do that. And I'm proud to be a part of that, and I would tell any high schooler who is considering it, you won't regret it. Lead and serve. And the people here want to do that.
Left. Pace. Mr. President, First Sergeant Norton reporting for duty, sir. Ready to commence the ceremony as directed.
I state your name.
Mr. President, I
Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations, congratulations. Welcome to the United States Army, and have a great life. Thank you very much. Have a great life. Thank you.
Ranger School is the best life insurance policy for our Army. It will always end with two people facing off with each other, and we need young leaders to be able to close with and destroy the enemy and defend our nation's interests forward.
Surrender is not a Ranger word. It's not an option. I know that I'm not going to be able to get to do this again. This is my chance.
It all starts at the legendary Ranger School, the crucible where these elite warriors are forged. It has been described as the longest approved gut check in the Army. Over 62 days, students will patrol hundreds of miles over mountains and through swamps under the crushing weight of their equipment. All the while, they are deprived of both food and sleep, forced to perform at the very edge of their physical limits. But it's not just the physical challenges that make Ranger School so intense. The mental strain will break these soldiers down to their core.
If I have a come-to-God moment, I take my PC off my patrol cap, and on the inside of that, my commander gave me a Ranger tab, the yellow and black one that you get during graduation, and I pinned it to the inside of my PC.
Ranger School is not for the faint of heart, but for those who are up to the challenge, it is the ultimate proving ground.
They already didn't have enough beds for people in our company, and our eyes reminded us that we don't have enough beds because there's not going to be this many people by tomorrow. Just a slight reminder of that. There's too many of you anyways, and not all of you are going to pass.
Rangers, if you don't figure it out, you're about to get another casualty.
It's completely different than what people would think Ranger School is like, but you can't put that into words, so it's hard to tell somebody something that you have to experience for yourself.
They got a saying, it's called as the tab turns. So Ranger School is continuing to change and to develop, but at the end of the day, it is the same, right? They're always going to put you in scenarios that is going to test with your ability to actually make decisions on the ground.
As you go through Ranger School, it is a gut check. It's going to check you out. And what's going to get you through it is whether you have it or not. Thousands and thousands of soldiers train all their lives to come here, prepare themselves to come to Ranger School, and only a few hundred leave here every class with the tab. It's not for everyone.
I'm not going to leave until I get it, so just buckle down, stop complaining, and just get the job done.
Please welcome country music sensation and proud supporter of our
不是很长，但是美国从一个就是一个英属的殖民地，一点一点的发展起来，然后呢，成为一个就是在这么实际上从二战之后，它就成为了最强盛的国家了。那也就是到二战的话，也就是不到200年。这种情况下，它能够达到发展到如此高的水平，确实是值得感慨的。我们也看到，就是说它从初期的那个大陆军的那种服装啊，还属于模仿那个英国的那种制服，而现在呢，它已经完全是就是自成一套的这种东西。所以说，感觉这么短的时间内，能让一个国家从一个弱小的殖民地发展成为一个世界最强的国家，而且它又变得幅员辽阔，所以确实值得感慨。我自己确实有点这种时光穿梭的这种感觉。
是啊，我也有同感，就是刚才提到这个军事装备方面啊，确实我们今天因为它是陆军的这样的一个大的阅兵，所以我们没有看到什么空军或者海军的装备啊。你像我从小的时候，我可能更喜欢空军飞机和军舰更多一点啊，看着很大嘛，无论是潜艇还是导弹还是这个驱逐舰也好。那陆军的装备相对来说就是坦克，我们今天主要看到的史派克啊、M1埃布兰主战坦克，包括 M109啊，包括海马斯。那像空军方面，像 F-22、F-35啊，我们都没有看到啊。不过以后还有机会。其实，如果各位朋友在美国的话，美国有很多的这个叫是 Air Show， 像佛罗里达、加州、纽约啊，像 F-22、F-35战斗机都会来。所以相信啊，在纽约的朋友啊，以后还有很多机会看到很多这个美国先进的这些武器装备。回到这个现场的氛围来说，我个人是感觉就是非常轻松啊，就像一个美国人开 party 一样，或者嘉年华的这种感觉。不知道马克是不是也是相似的感受？
对啊，是啊。我觉得就是说，从川普担任总统以后，他就是例行改革嘛，或者是不论是这个联邦政府也好，还是这个军队当中，进行了大量的改革。实际上这个事情呢，也激发了很多人参军的这个热情和愿望。所以今年那个美国陆军的这个征兵工作提前4个月就达到了目标。而以前跟去年同期相比，去年的话，这一整年的话都还最后征兵还差了10%左右，但是今年的话，提前了4个月就完成了整年的征兵目标，所以说他们实际上来说能看出。美国这个在这个军队那个改革的过程当中，实际上来说激发了更多人的这个爱国的热情和这个参军的热情。这个呢，我觉得对美国来说是一个好事，就是它增强它的战斗力，而且呢，就是从大家愿意参军的这个角度来说，那也说明美国人他并没有泯灭这个就是要维持这个世界和平的这种愿望。当然，他也是因为各种政治氛围和各种原因，他原来不愿意参加军队，但是能看得出来。实际上，美国陆军的征兵是比较困难的，历史上来说就是这样。实际上，美国4大军种嘛，陆海空还有那个海军陆战队现在增加了天空军、太空军。实际上来说，在所有的兵种当中，海军陆战队据说是征兵最容易的，因为美国人比较崇尚这个英雄主义，而海军陆战队的给人的感觉是虽然说非常苦，但是呢，它也非常的强壮，非常的具有那种就是英雄的那种概念。所以说呢，我听他们讲，就说海军陆战队实际上是招兵最容易的。但是呢，陆军实际上是最难的。但是呢，没想到今年陆军却最早的提前完成了任务，这个是让我觉得挺具有那个就是感到挺意外的。但同时也觉得美国人对于这个军队的热爱还是没有降低的。
确实是这样。如果你作为美国人的话，你现场听到这大家高呼 USA USA， 你这个情绪会被调动起来。那我们现在看到又是军乐队。现在看到夕阳已经西下整个夜空笼罩着首都华盛顿 DC。今天晚上的烟火表演和军乐队的表演将作为最后的尾章奉献给大家。
I raised my right hand, I swore an oath to every generation before me. I wear the same branch insignia as the soldiers who crossed the Delaware. Before there was a nation, there was an army.
Division costs.
I serve because unity is worth the fight.
I carry that legacy forward every time I put on this uniform.
Both of my grandfathers served in the Second World War.
今天晚上的烟火看来在1812序曲的音乐中啊告一段落了那夜幕已经笼罩了华盛顿 DC 我们今天啊走过历史，从美国独立战争到美国内战从列克星顿到约克城从越南到朝鲜，我们也看到了支奴干直升机、阿帕奇直升机、M1主战坦克、M2布莱德利步兵战车对我而言这是一个全新的体验，因为这也是我第一次看到美国的阅兵我其实去年的时候去这个美国西点军校参加他们这个7月4号也就国庆日的这个仪式，他们也是有一个小型的阅兵然后也有军乐团，给我的感觉和这次很相似。就美国它的军队是非常和民众是非常贴近的。你像西点军校作为一个军事重地吧，就是说普通的民众你只要带着你的这个驾照、美国身份，你都是可以进入去参加这样的典礼的。而且西点军校他们的一些军乐团呢，他们会定期到周边的社区比如说新泽西，比如说美国这个纽约的布鲁克林，他去演出，这样就拉近了这个距离。其实我们今天看这个游行，我的感受也是这样的，就一点也不严肃，也没有太多距离感就好像就是说我搬了个小凳子跑到路边上去看这么一样 我相信这个马克因为在美国也生活了很多年，也有这个比如说这个7月4号的游行，或者是劳动节的游行，可能也有类似的感受吧。
对，是。实际上我的也有挺多朋友也有在这个美军当中服役的，那么有服役的比较长的，甚至也有参加过这个就是伊拉克战争啊，还有阿富汗战争了，那也有比较服役比较短的。那么我从他们当中也听到了很多。那他们的一个就是，特别是中国大陆的人来美国就加入到我们那个美军当中的时候，他一个最大的感受呢，就觉得这像是一个加入一个公司，就好像是一个就好像是进了一个大公司而已。就是说他并不是感觉的是一种军队，就是他什么都要束缚你。但在美国的军队当中，他实际上也是相当自由的。虽然说他加入军队当中，他有很多就是要经过什么体能考试啊，经过大概6个月的这个新兵营的那个就是筛选啊，就是如果说你能够通过所有的考试以后，才有可能成为一个正式的士兵。但是呢，你加入其中以后，实际上它有很多选择，它并不像大家想象的这种就像每天都被管得死死的，还要政治学习啊什么的，它实际上什么都没有。而是说，当然作为军队来说，它要有纪律，它是有规章有制度，它是一定要遵循的。但是这个除此之外，他们是有很多灵活的选项的，就包括它就像你那个在一个大公司里边，它有很多职位你可以去申请。就是你可以不就是对于你现在这个职位你觉得不是很满意的话，你可以去申请一个新的职位。它的内部的有那种就像招工网站一样，还有很多哪些地方什么职位空缺了，它都可以在内部网站当中看到了。然后呢，如果说他想要离开，想要换一个新的环境的话，可以申请新的职位。就是给他当时很多人的感觉，跟我说的感觉就是说，它就像是一个公司一样的那种感觉。就是在这个里边，他们并没有那种巨大的压力，并没有说但是他时间长了以后，他们实际上是说对这个企业，相当于是对这个企业，他有了一种热爱感，或者他有一种自豪感。就这个呢，实际上来说，我觉得这是美军跟那个就是中共的那种军队的一个很大的不同。就是说，它实际上来说，当然军队是就为了打仗那个设计的，但是呢，它的真正的这个整个的这个体制内部呢，它还是充满人性化的。这个呢，实际上让美军呢，它能够为什么这么强大，而且生命不息，这个也跟这个其中有关系。就是他在这个加入这个军队，实际上来说，不光是就是想要奉献这种感觉。实际上，美国他不讲你为我们服务了嘛 ，service， 但同时呢，这个军队也要回报给你，这样的话给你相应的这种福利和待遇，同时呢，也给你一个选择职务和选择未来这个就是未来这个就是职业生涯的这种权利。所以这个呢，我觉得是一个非常优秀的，或者非常就是非常好的，就比较人性化的一个体制和制度。
是啊，美国这个军队给学生给这个就士兵的待遇还是比较好了，包括这个学费啊。因为我知道有一些朋友就是说他去军队服役完了以后，他去上学，上完学以后他可能再回到军队，然后之后毕业。你像其实你在美国军队里服役过，你到美国社会上找工作，其实是非常给你加分的啊，因为很多人愿意招军队出来的，因为你的执行力在那里啊，你说了你就要去做，对吧？不像有的人可能说，这不愿干，那不愿干，事情很多。所以我觉得这个美国它这个军队形成了，它已经融入这个美国的文化之中了。我今天我看下来，我个人感受比较深的就是那个最后这个西点军校方阵，就是最后它有这个西点军校，还有这个弗吉尼亚军校，再加上这个坦木，就是这个德克萨斯农机。你看那些学生，他们都是未来美国的军官。其实他们的方阵相对来说是最为齐整的啊，因为他们可能就是比较年轻，然后纪律性更好一点啊。他们这个可能也是未来美国陆军的希望。你像这个弗吉尼亚军事学院，像这个中国以前著名将军孙立人就是从这里毕业的啊。包括这个现任的参联总长，他也是从这里毕业的，西点军校就是因为很近嘛，我也经常去，所以看到这些年轻的学生，就觉得这个心里就是非常高兴。我不知道马克，你这场这个大的阅兵下来，对哪个方阵或者对哪个环节印象最深刻呢？
对，我实际上说对于这个有一些这个南北战争这部分，实际上我自己的印象比较深刻，因为什么？在这个南北战争当中，实际上双方都进行了一个就是殊死的那个战斗，但是呢，其结果呢，最后就是一个和解的结果。虽然说北方胜利了，但是呢，他并没有清算这个南方的军队的所有的人，反而就是说变成了一个民族大和解。 最后的结果当然是，虽然说这个南方失败了，但是呢，实际上南方的这个包括很多将军呐，我们到处现在还有很多地方都能看到他们的雕塑，而且呢，就像包括他的军校啊，也被完整的保留下来，并没有把他们进行清算。我觉得这是一个很了不起的这个一个就是精神吧，就是这具有相当的包容性。同时呢，就是说你即使再反对我，甚至让我失去付出了巨大的代价，但是呢，我也不会去因此而恨你，所以这是我觉得是个美国民族非常的这个优秀，同时他的生命力很强的这一点。即使说打仗就是付出了血的代价，但是呢，其结果呢又是一个好的结果。这个呢，我觉得这是其他国家很难做到的。
是你刚刚提到这个南北战争啊，就是我相信很多朋友都有感慨，包括最后这个南军的这个总司令罗伯特里向这格兰特将军投降的时候，当时这个格兰特将军就给南军的条件就是所有人放下武器都可以回去，就是说只要不违反法律，就是过去的事情就过去了。然后那个罗伯特里就加了一条要求，说让他们保留马，因为马呢，你首先你要回去，你需要人力，然后另外马本身是比较贵重的一个东西嘛。然后格兰特就立刻答应。所以其实南北战争最后的结束是在一个有点惺惺相惜的，然后又有点向和解的方向发展的这么一个氛围中结束了。当然最后整个南北的大和解是以林肯总统被刺杀作为一个这个高潮，但是最后双方还是走向了和解。包括最后罗伯特里最后甚至当时的这个总统想要去判他就叛国罪，也是格兰特站出来以自己辞职为要挟，就也不是说要挟吧，要求就是说不要去审判罗伯特里。然后罗伯特里其实本身也是非常有人格魅力，代表那个时代旧时代军人的那种勇敢啊、荣耀、忠诚的那样。因为他本身不支持奴隶制，但他因为是弗吉尼亚人，而自己的家乡弗吉尼亚选择了南方。当时他是很受他的老上司，也就斯考特的赏识。斯考特是美墨战争时候起来的嘛。罗伯特里如果不走的话，他就是北军的总司令，但是他最后来到了南方。所以我们通过今天的这个美国的大阅兵啊，就有看到了这个美国的未来的希望西点军校，有看到了美国历史的过去独立战争包括越战，包括韩战，包括一战、二战，还看到了美国的未来无论是西点军校、弗吉尼亚军校的学生，还是那些无人机、无人狗那些装备都向我们展示了一个美国这个国家的走向。我相信各位观众朋友们在过去3个小时一定会比较享受这样的一次阅兵。它和中共或者俄罗斯、朝鲜的阅兵不一样，但是带给我们的是美国的这样的一个文化和美国这样的一个精神。那今天的节目因为时间关系呢，就到这里。今天节目是由我和马克为大家带来的，欢迎大家继续关注新唐人的其他节目。那我们之后再会。
好，谢谢大家，再见。
谢谢大家。